Oh. So just finished getting the dash for the most part installed. The took a while. I was nervous as heck. I didn't want to see electrical smoke and all that jazz, so I was being very careful because I did not want to do this dash again. Ever. I don't ever want to see the underside, but I think I'm gonna have to. Oh, fired up. I got issues with the hazards. So there. Lights on. Yeah, the PSI's between 60 and 70. That's good. All the LED, I put LEDs in the dash. Make sure they're oriented properly because they can be, just like a distributor, 180 degrees out. So you got to make sure they're in the right way or you will be cursing yourself. Lights on, tail lights work, all the dash lights. Basically, the only wiring that it doesn't need to be done, but that hasn't been done recently is under the engine, under the hood. So the lights back there, I put LEDs in there. They were a pain for the courtesy lights. They work, trunk light works. Map light over there works. Glove box light works. Brake light's on just because I've got the brake light e-brake is sitting down on the, I don't know if you can see it, but it's sitting down on the floor there. I gotta hook it back up. I didn't want to hook everything back up and then something be an issue. So issue I've got is the hazards and signals. So there's my signal, left signal on there, and it's doing nothing. So right signal is the same, nothing coming from the back. So there's an issue there, but I've just got a temporary ground. I don't know if you can see, I should grab the trouble light, but you can see the red wire is just a temporary ground to the steering column. Hazards, those are LEDs there as well, but that's not flashing properly. It could be a flasher issue, but it worked prior to bringing the car home. It sat for 4 years in storage and then sat here for a while. It hasn't probably fired up in about 8 months, so running good. You can see the little flickering on the signal there on both sides from the hazards, but I don't know what's going on. That could be a switch. Just gonna grab a trouble light here. So yeah, Steve at Blasticut, just outside of Lindsay, him and his brother own Blasticut, but absolutely phenomenal job on the dash frame. So that's powder coated back to as close to original as possible. The original frame was pit free, so it made sense. Although I've got 2 other 67 rally frames. One's powder coated. I was going to use it, but it had a couple pits in it, so it's a real nice dash too, but it's just there's a couple pits in it, and I thought I'm going to this extent, so yeah, let's get lots of tidying up to do, but it's not bad. We are getting there. The column's just kind of hanging in there, just enough to get the connector connected, so I could get hazards and signals that of course I don't have, not properly anyway. So we'll have to see. It could very well be the switch, I don't know. There's a connection. I've got another. Now I don't think it's a switch. It never was an issue before, but I'm gonna double check that connector. There's repairs that Dad made to the wires there, and it worked fine. I just don't like the looks of it, so I just wanted to hear this thing run, so that is gonna get changed out. I've got an NOS one, or I'm gonna rehab this one and redo the wiring, seeing as how I spent oodles amounts of money on frickin' wires and connectors and all that stuff. There's Daddy hanging there giving me a hand, keeping an eye on me. Hey Daddy. So I misplaced one dash screw here. That's a machine number 10, I believe, for that, just for a FYI. That, so it was actually handy once I got the dash assembled outside of the car. There's the pivot points right where that red ground wire, red for ground, right over there, and then there's one on the other side too. It'll show up in the video, but and the frame pivots on that. It's got slotted arms there for shut that off. It's got slotted arms, so when you undo the top 5 dash bolts, you can roll the dash down. And I had the console in. I had that console in, then I had the 4x4, and I just put the 4x4 across it and tip the dash down. So that way when it was resting, the dash was just resting here, and I had a bunch of towels. I had 4x4 wrapped in paper towels and everything you can think of, and then a couple blankets on top and stuff, right? So that way it gained me probably 6 inches back here to be able to stand up here and work away, connect the defrost hoses, rally dash, all the connections. It's a factory AC car, so I had a vacuum switch issue that I had to rectify, even though I didn't want the AC under the dash, because it just gets in the way, and just another maintenance thing for me anyway. But the looks of the diffuser, I always keep it so it'll go up, get it mounted, triple gauges mount to the bottom of the diffuser. It doesn't look out of place, doesn't look tacky. So plus 55-year-old gauges, I don't want to trust them, right? So but yeah, so it sounds not bad. I'm waiting. It's still trying to see if it's up to temp yet or not. Feels like it. Holy frig, it's hot in here. Jesus, what do we got? We're at about 160, 155, 160 on the gauges. It doesn't look like the coolant's dropped at all. I thought because I drained the coolant, put new stuff in it. They said after sitting for 4 years in storage, I still got to do an oil change. Stuff like that. A little bit of a bog there. I am not a carb guy by any means, so this will eventually end up coming out, but hopefully get the windshield back in. So get Sean Simpson, he came and pulled the glass, so he's in Lindsay. I'll get him to come and reinstall it. I got to do the, can't remember if I mentioned, stainless steel clips. I'm getting rid of the 67 Mylar. That was a 1 year only frickin' stupid idea. So I get tired of worrying about the Mylar because it does shrink like a bitch. So there it is on the back. I'll deal with that. We'll see if Sean wants standard aim pulling that rear windshield. That does not look fun. Mylar, if I had just simply replaced it, which I very well could have, but it was taking the dash out anyway. So in order to take the dash out, this windshield has to come out. So it's like, well, I'll bite the bullet. I'll do the stainless steel trim. So I got to actually drill holes here. I got them all marked for the clips, and then mock up the stainless steel, make sure it's going to work and fit properly. And then once it's mocked and good, then I'll get Sean back, and Sean's going to put that windshield back in. I've got a new 68, 69 style gasket from Precision Replacement Parts. That's who makes this stuff, and there's only one company that makes it that is correct, and that will fit the 67 1 year only, like I said, gasket. If you want it, if your numbers matching that much kind of guy. But for me, the Mylar, now mind you, this Sean broke this coming out, which is fine because I don't know how to use the shit anyway, but it's just got you can see the foil that's inside, that they use in there, right? And it just dries out, it gets brittle, and it shrinks, right? So